Good evening and welcome to the Action News 5 Digital Desk Nightside. I'm meteorologist Ron Childers alongside my sidekick, Lydian Coombs.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Ron?
It's Wednesday. Hump day.
It is Wednesday.
Yep, indeed. It's my pre-Friday, though. I'm kind of excited about that. Tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
Tomorrow is my Friday, and I got to tell you, I got a big day tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. So
Yeah?
we are going to be.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I am going to be down at Smoke Slam down at Tom Lee Park tomorrow. Spencer Denton is going to be at the Memphis in May World Championship Barbecue Contest at Tiger Lane tomorrow.
Wow.
And we are both going to bring you a live taste of what's going on down there.
Wow.
So we've got competition with the competition.
That's right.
Yeah,
With
so Smoke Slam is
contest.
it's its thing. Memphis in May is its thing. I'm kind of excited to see the differences between the two. I'll be down at Tom Lee Park, or not at Tom Lee Park, but at Tiger Lane Saturday all day for Memphis in May competition down there. But I'm really excited to see what's going on at Smoke Slam and the differences, the similarities, and then just the question, why two barbecue contests in the same weekend?
Because you can't have enough Memphis barbecue.
Yeah, well, that is true. That is true. But couldn't we have spread it out?
That's
I don't
true.
know. We'll see. I'm going to ask. We'll find
see.
out. Well, it's good to have you here. You have some news stories tonight for us. I don't know what they are. Lydian, normally we'll go over it before we do our broadcast here, but I got really busy today. It has been a busy day, so we're going to hit those coming up in just a few. I want to go over the weather first. And by the way, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments if you're watching on Facebook. You can also watch us on YouTube. I want to remind you that you can pick up the Action News 5 app on Amazon Fire, Roku, and Apple TV. Download the app there from the app stores from those respective streaming devices, and you'll find our Nightside Digital Desk there and a whole host of other stuff. The Daytime Digital Desk is there with Andrew Douglas, Kim Clark's 5-Star Stories. You can also watch our newscast. You know, a lot of folks can't pick up our signal over the air if you're using an antenna. It's a little difficult with the digital signal itself, but if you have the app on Apple TV, Amazon Fire, or Roku, you can watch all of our newscasts live and in real time right there. So that is kind of cool. And then, hey, we're everywhere, Lydian.
We are. It's very cool. And we get calls here in the newsroom all the time from people who say they can't pick us up on their antenna. And I'm like, well, if you have a computer or a phone, you can watch us for free anywhere.
Or get the app.
Yeah.
And watch us right there on your TV?
Yes.
Yeah, because just about everybody has some sort of streaming device now. I've got a Roku and an Apple TV. Are you rocking a streaming device, or are you like all YouTube?
Well, I have a smart TV, so it's an LG smart TV, so I don't have a Fire Stick or a Roku per se, and I actually can't get our app on my TV, but I also have a Roku in another room, and on that one I can pick us up, yes.
There you go. There you go. I love it. Technology.
Yes.
It's everywhere. Well, I tell you what, we're going to use our technology to give you your first alert to some weather coming our way. I hope you enjoyed the day today. It was absolutely beautiful. We had sunshine, a few clouds here and there, but let me show you this lovely sunset. Just gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Some clouds in the distance there, but a dry night here in the Mid-South and across the Action News 5 coverage area. But I want to give you your first alert because I'm tracking more storms. Yeah, we're looking at great weather today. Most of tomorrow is going to be dry. Notice I said most. Kind of slid that in there. I think we're going to have some storms coming in here tomorrow night, and that's likely going to just bleed over into Friday as well. More on that coming up. Let's recap our day. We hit 81 today. That is, look at this, both the high and the low were average for the day today. The average high for this date, 81. The average low, 62. And we hit both of those numbers right on the money. Nothing in the rain gauge. It was dry all across the Mid-South today. Just lovely. And temperatures right now feeling good. We're in the low to mid 70s. 73 in Memphis right now. The warmest 75 in Marks, Tunica, and Wynn. The coolest 70 in Corinth. And Memphis split in the middle, right there in the middle at 73 degrees. Now, we've got dry conditions around the Mid-South right now. Our first alert Doppler radar finding no rain in the Action News 5 coverage area. But look just to our northwest. You see that little disturbance coming in out of right around the Mountain Home area? Let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, there's a disturbance that was moving out of southern Missouri. A little bit of light rain there, but it's now encountering that drier air that's in place here in the Mid-South. It's not even going to get here. I can't rule out a sprinkle somewhere around the Missouri boot heel, but I think a few clouds will move through that area. But the rest of us should enjoy a mostly clear night tonight. But we got storms working back to the west in the Texas Panhandle, even some severe thunderstorms in parts of Kansas and Oklahoma as well. It was a little stormy down in South Carolina and North Carolina earlier today. Most of that has now subsided, moved on out. But it's what is brewing to the west. That's what we're going to be watching closely over the next 24 to 36 hours. And I think that's going to bring about our next round of rain and thunderstorms. In the meantime, for the next 12 hours, should be clear, calm wind at 9 and at midnight, 73 at 9, about 68 at midnight. We'll be in the mid-60s at 3 and 6 a.m., and we'll warm into the mid-70s by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. I do believe tomorrow is going to be a little warmer. It's going to be a little muggier in the Mid-South, but as I mentioned, most of the day will be dry. Let's go into more detail on that, and let's talk about it. Let's check out Futurecast. From now until midnight tonight, little bit anything in the way of clouds, and those clouds to the northwest even kind of dissipating a bit. We'll be in the mid to upper 60s at midnight, but by early morning tomorrow, I think we're going to see more clouds moving in from the west. Now, I think most of the area will start the day on a partly cloudy to mostly sunny note. That includes Memphis, but just west of the river and even to our east along the Tennessee River, we're likely to find a little bit of cloud cover there. Now, temperatures in the morning at 8, upper 60s to near 70. We get on into the afternoon. By midday, I think it's going to be partly to mostly cloudy in the Mid-South. We'll have some breaks in the clouds. It's also going to warm up quick. We're going to be in the upper 70s to near 80 by noon, and many of us making our way in the mid-range of the 80s during the afternoon tomorrow. By 4, I think we'll be right around 85 in Memphis. But we're likely to have a little more cloud cover starting to stream in, and then we get into the evening hours. That's when we're going to have all eyes to the west. That's when we're going to see the possibility of some scattered rain and thunderstorms developing in central Arkansas, and those storms, and really to the southwest as well. So we're going to see a disturbance coming in out of the southwest. That's going to drive moisture in, and by 11:30, 12 o'clock tomorrow night, rain and possibly a few thunderstorms in the area. Now, overall, tomorrow, I think it's going to be a good day. Partly cloudy at 7 and about 65. We should be near 80 by noon. We'll be in the mid-80s and partly cloudy at 3, but mostly cloudy at 5 and at 7. We'll go from around 84 at 5 to 80 at 7 p.m. We'll have a south wind throughout much of the day tomorrow, but there's also a marginal risk of severe storms. The marginal risk is the lowest of the 5 threat levels, but we can't rule out the possibility of a couple of strong storms coming through that may pack some wind, heavy rain, and possibly some small hail. I'm not overly concerned about what's going to come through. And again, it is the lowest of the 5 threat levels, and the majority of the Mid-South tomorrow, including Memphis and Shelby County, under no risk of severe weather. But Friday, we see that marginal risk shift to the east and to the south, and that will encompass the entire Action News 5 coverage area. We are going to see a marginal risk for all the counties in the Action News 5 coverage area, including Memphis and Shelby County. Again, the lowest of the threat levels, but there's a chance. Tell you what, let's pick up Futurecast at midnight, Thursday night, Friday morning, all right? We'll advance this forward at midnight, not midnight Friday night. This is midnight Thursday night, okay? So 12 a.m. Friday morning, rain, thunderstorms, just as the last Futurecast was showing. Let's advance this forward. So from about midnight to 4 a.m., I think we're going to see a batch of rain and thunderstorm activity moving through, and that's going to go from the southwest to the northeast as a warm front lifts north. I think we'll likely see another wave coming through around 8 in the morning Friday that could bring some heavier precipitation and the possibility of a few storms there. And then from 8 until about midday Friday, scattered showers and a few thunderstorms should blanket much of the area, especially areas along and east of the Mississippi River. Then as we get into the afternoon hours around 4 o'clock, most of that lifts out of here. 4 o'clock is when everybody's thinking about the weekend, getting ready to leave the office if they haven't already. And a drier pattern should be emerging by then, and that's going to linger on into Friday night. I think we're going to have a great Friday night coming our way, and that should lead off to a good start to the weekend. Now, by the time it's all said and done, I got Friday through Saturday in there. Notice I got Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a slight chance for a little rain on Saturday, but I think the majority of the rain is going to fall on Thursday night into Friday. And we're looking for rainfall amounts that range from about 1/10 of an inch around Oxford and Marks, Mississippi, to as much as 1/2 inch around Memphis. And then for areas north of the 40 corridor, we could see anywhere from 1 inch to possibly close to 2 inches of rain in a couple of locations there. So there could be a deluge for some parts of the Mid-South, while others just get a little bit of light rain, maybe a stray storm. But that's why I want you to get the Action News 5 First Alert Weather app. Get the app, get the app, get the app. Go to your app store. You'll find it there. It's free for Apple and Android products. The interactive radar, the hour-by-hour forecast. Also, I just put up a video showing that Thursday night through Friday time period. So if you want to watch that again, you want to see more about it, go to our app. You'll find it right there at the top. And also, there's so many cool features on the app. The hour-by-hour forecast for your location. You can have the app follow you wherever you are. I have friends that travel, and they take this app with them, and they've traveled all over the country. They'll get alerts. I got an email from a lady a couple of weeks ago. She and her husband were traveling in Texas, and they were getting alerts to severe weather in the area of Texas they were in. So she said, "What? I didn't know the app did this." Yeah, it absolutely does. So if you've got it set to follow you wherever you are, and by the way, I know for a fact that the alert system works in Australia, it works in Europe, and there are multiple countries in and around Europe that if you're traveling abroad, the app comes in handy. When I was in the Caribbean a few years ago, I was using it there. Worked like a charm. So it was, although it was like sunny and 85 every day. But still, it was nice. I had the radar for any afternoon showers that popped up. So a great tool to have. So get the app. It is free. Check it out again in your app store. Now, I want one quick thing, Lydian, and then I'm going to let you work your magic here. I want to show you the 7-day temperature trend because the average 81, we hit that today. Tomorrow, we're going to hit 85. And I think it's going to feel even warmer. It should be a muggy day. Then Friday, 77. That's understandable because we got the showers and the possibility of thunderstorms coming into play. But then we rebound quickly. We're at 83 on Saturday, 88 on Sunday. And Lydian, for the first time this year, I think we're going to hit 90 by Tuesday. We may even hit that on Monday. We're hedging our bets a little bit right now, but it would not surprise me if Monday and Tuesday we're at 90 degrees. So get ready. The heat is coming.
I'm not ready.
Nobody is. You should have seen Joe Birch and Joy Redmond's faces when I told them 90's coming next week. Oh, it was terrible. They were like, what? We're not ready.
I guess I got to mow the lawn before.
Yes,
really
well, you're married now. Get your husband to do that. That's Jonathan's job. Jonathan, cut the grass, all right?
You're right.
Yeah. If Jonathan's smart, he'll hire somebody. Call me. I'll hook you up with my lawn guys. Let me give you your weekend forecast and your first alert to that because we are looking, and you know I showed the rain map Friday through Saturday. There is a 20% chance of rain on Saturday, all right? I do believe it's going to be mostly cloudy. I think most of the day is going to be around 83, or the high for that day is going to be 83, and most of the day is going to be dry. Sunday's going to be great. Partly cloudy, 88. That's going to be a good day to get outdoors. If you have a friend or you have a pool, go hang out at the pool. That's going to be a good pool day there. But let's talk about what is coming into play on Saturday. I think I can show this. Let me see here. Hold on one second. I want to be able to show you. There we go. So this is Saturday, all right? We start this off at midnight, roll through 8 o'clock Saturday morning, clouds. We'll have a mostly cloudy to overcast sky, I do believe. Then we talked about that 20% chance of rain. There could be a little residual moisture during the heat of the day that causes a couple of showers to pop up, mainly along the Tennessee River. So that's going to be areas east of Fayette County, and mainly from Marshall County south and east. So Oxford, you're in there, Corinth, Selmer, slight chance for a little rain to come into play, but I think it's out of here by the evening, and that's going to lead to a partly cloudy day on Sunday. So overall, we're in great shape. That's what I'm looking at, and this is what we are seeing right now. That's lovely.
Beautiful.
I'm ready for more of that. Today was the best day of the week, I do believe. I think you're going to look back and go, yep, Wednesday was the best day overall. Perfect temperature, perfect sky condition, dry all day, just nice. Any questions? Any Facebook questions in there?
Let's see what we have.
Anybody want to know what time's it going to rain at my house?
Yep,
That's usually usually the one.
Oh my gosh, Kelsey says cut the grass. Jonathan.
There you go.
Kelsey.
Got to cut the grass.
Ron, we don't want 90s Maine. Take that to Mississippi till August.
But it wasn't so long ago. Everybody saying, when's it going to warm up? We were all freezing to death. And there were we had some issues with our heat and air system during the winter. It was really cold in the building on a day or two. And I remember a couple of us even saying, I would take 90 degrees right now, hands down. It's coming, okay? It's coming.
I'm cold-natured, so I love the summer, except when it, becomes Memphis summer.
Yeah, so. I can take the heat too. The humidity is what complicates it all. But do know now's the time to get ready, get prepped, because that warm weather is coming in. It's typically after the barbecue weekend, things start to heat up here in the Mid-South. Yes. So that's what we got there for weather. What are the questions? Anybody else?
Yes. Katie Jo wants to know if there's a chance, if there's any tornado threat related to this.
No. I don't see a tornado threat. Now, I'm not going to rule out the possibility of one of these storms maybe getting a little rotation going. Here's the main concern with this is really the threat for maybe some gusting wind and hail. But even so, I think it's going to be primarily rain, marginal threats, again, the lowest of the threat levels. I think we're going to see the better probability for stronger storms well to our south and west on Thursday, and then well to our south and east on Friday. So it's more of a precaution. And I just want you to stay weather aware throughout that time period. And do know that it could get a little loud late Thursday night into early Friday morning as that first batch of storms is coming through. And that's going to be mainly due to the lightning, possibility of some small hail, little thunder out there too. But no, this is not a tornadic event by any means. So we're in good shape there. I think we can all rest assured in that.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Any others?
I didn't see anything that stuck out to me, but if you have questions, you can still put them in the comments, and we will go through them after the show and see if we can answer them.
And last night when we were doing our web chat, there were a couple little rogue cells that were moving through Memphis and Shelby County. They were loud. Dropped a lot of rain right around Lakeland last night. There were a couple of people I went in afterwards and looked at the comments, and they're like, wait, what is going on? Severe weather? There was no severe weather for us last night, but yeah, there were a couple of thunderstorms that got a little loud and made you think that, oh, wait, what is this? That could be the case tomorrow night, late tomorrow night, and into Friday as well. So that's what we're looking at with that system. Yes. But yeah, thank you for your comments. We appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. You're just here to watch Lydian, see what the news stories are, right? What news stories do you have for us today? You got good ones?
Well, let's, branching off, we've already talked about it a little bit, but, we have the World Championship Barbecue Cooking Contest kicked off today. Bria, our Bria Bolden, is there currently. It kicked off at 5 o'clock, I believe. Yes. And the event lasts through Saturday. So you talked about the slight rain chances, but hopefully they won't get rained out.
I think it's going to be good for the main competition. The main competition is on Saturday. So one of the big concerns, though, the whole hog teams, it takes about 23 to 24 hours to cook a whole hog.
Right.
So, and judging for that on Saturday usually comes in around 11, 12 o'clock, about between, I think, 10 a.m. and noon on Saturday. So those cooks are going to want to get their hogs on the grill at no later than noon on Friday. So, rain in the area could complicate that, but I I don't anticipate this being a big issue for the shoulder and rib cooks. Those shoulders take about 12 hours. The ribs are usually anywhere from about 3 to as much as 6 hours. But overall, they ought to have great weather for that. But you know, the ancillary competitions takes place on Thursday and Friday. There's Miss Piggy competition down at Memphis in May, and a couple of other things they have going on. Thursday night's always a lot of fun. That's usually the night that a lot of corporate sponsors go out and hang with their teams. So as long as everybody gets back around before midnight Thursday night, I think they're going to have good weather there. I don't anticipate weather having a big impact on the ancillary competitions for Friday or for the main competition on Saturday. So actually, I think it's going to be a pretty good weekend for barbecue. And oh, what a lot of fun. And this year, you get 2 competitions to choose from. Where do I go? Do I go here? Do I go there? It's going to be so much fun. I'm excited about it. Yeah.
So, as a reminder, the World Championship Barbecue Cooking Contest, which we've been hosting in Memphis for a long time now, it's not going to be at Tomley Park, or it's not at Tomley Park this year. It's at Liberty Park. And at Tomley Park is the other barbecue cooking contest, the new one, the Smoke Slam. And this is the inaugural one, so it's the first time it's happening. And
this is the one sponsored by the Memphis River Parks.
Yes, so, and it kicks off tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
A lot of teams there. I'm not sure what the differences between the competitions are just yet, and that's why I'm excited to be there. So I invite you to join us tomorrow afternoon for Action News 5 at 4, 5, and 6. So if you have that same curiosity that I do, we're going to find out. We're going to break it down. Spencer, again, will be at Memphis in May. I'll be down at Smoke Slam. By the way, we are both certified barbecue judges. Spencer is
Are you really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Spencer is a Memphis in May, MBN, and KCBS certified barbecue judge, as am I. Memphis in May, KCBS, and MBN. I'm also a certified steak judge. I do that too sometimes. I love the meats. All right.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll bring you a little bit of an inside perspective on what those competitions have to offer and the nuances and differences between them. I'm also excited to find out about how the judging will differ between these 2 competitions. So
you'll give us the full scoop, won't you?
Yeah, you'll be able to see it, and we'll talk to some teams that are down there. And by the way, Smoke Slam's got some really good acts, and I do believe we've got a couple of big interviews for Action News 5 at 6. I'm not going to tell you right now because I'm not sure it's completely in the can. But
you don't know if it's embargoed or not.
I do know who they have us lined up to talk to. I'm really excited about. So hopefully that all plays out well. And again, we'll find out at 6.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
But it's all
night.
barbecue all the time.
Yes.
And Lydian, our vegan here in the building. You gonna do a little barbecue tofu or something like that, maybe?
I'd like to do barbecue eggplant.
That is good.
And the big old portobello mushrooms.
Oh, those are and if you've never done a portobello mushroom on the grill, it tastes like a steak. It does. It's delicious. Slathered in barbecue. Then again, anything slathered in barbecue sauce to me is delicious.
It's so good.
Yes, indeed.
But we can move on to the next thing. So branching off of food, this is actually kind of sad, but a local story and important nonetheless. So Jerry's Snow Cones.
Broke my heart.
The original location in Nutbush has shut down. Don't worry, the Cordova location is still open.
You know, I've not been to that one.
The Cordova one?
Yeah, I've not been to that one.
I have driven past it multiple times, but I've never been to that one. But I've been to the original on Wells Station Road.
Yeah. So
many times. Beginning when I was a teenager or preteen, really, it was a church activity to just go by Jerry's, and you know, just an iconic local business, amazing slushies, smoothies, ice cream, burgers.
So in a matter of 2 days, we've lost Red Lobster and Jerry's Snow Cones. I mean, my waistline is going to benefit from that, but I tell you what, my taste buds are just going to go into sheer shock.
Yes.
Cherry snow cones, I mean, one of the best burgers around, and the snow cones. So on 95-degree days, it's the perfect thing.
Yes.
So now we go to Cordova. We'll find it there.
Yes.
All right.
Did you know the original location, this one, was in Great Balls of Fire?
Was it really?
Yes.
I knew they shot a lot of that movie around town. I did not know that.
Yes.
I do know it's been around since 1955,
yes.
I do believe.
It's
So
been around for 55 plus years.
yeah,
according
so
to my notes.
it gives you a little idea of. It had been around for a few years by the time I was born, but still.
Into Venera. Can I tell
still relatively new then.
Can I tell a fun Jerry's snow cone story real
Do
quick?
it, absolutely.
So, fun fact, my husband's house from when we were kids, we called the Shrek house. And we call it that because the first time I was ever there, we had just come back from the Nutbush Jerry's, and I had my Shrek Supreme, which is their Shrek flavor. It's like green apple. Supreme means with ice cream. It was my favorite. Still is my favorite. And I walked into his house for the first time.
Plop.
And I spilled it on the carpet stairs. Yeah.
Lydian.
Right in front of his mom.
That's okay. You made your mark on that family from the very beginning.
Yes, a green mark.
And every
so that
time
we
they
call
said-
that the Shrek house.
The Shrek house. And the first time we met Lydian, she was standing right there, literally. They could point it out right there.
Yep, no green stain
That's a
on the
great
carpet.
story.
But anyways, yeah. That's
What a
my
waste of an awesome snow cone,
I know,
though.
I was very upset.
Did you
and
scoop it up and they even have something? The 5-second rule? Come on.
But yeah, that's my little story. That's my lore.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, Jerry Snowcone and Nutbush, you will be missed.
Yes.
You will.
Yes. I just have a lot of food stories today, Ron.
Well, let's keep going. I mean, we've got the barbecue, so now we've got Jerry Snowcone.
Yes. So this is, we talked about a chain yesterday, Red Lobster.
Yeah.
So let's talk about McDonald's. So I haven't been to McDonald's in a while, but I
have
know
not either,
it's a very popular chain, and they're considering, well, more than considering getting rid of the free refill station. So, when you go in, they give you a cup, you go in over and you fill your cup up.
Yeah.
Well, they're phasing it out, the self-serve soda machines, by 2032.
So we've got a minute.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's an opt-in decision, so like individual stores will be able to decide whether or not they want to actually pursue that change.
That's a drive-through for me, like 99% of the time.
Yeah.
Filet-O-fish combo meal, it's always drive-through.
I loved the Filet-O-fish.
Yeah, I know. But okay, so no refills inside.
Yeah, they experts
2032.
said
We have time to adjust.
Yes. There are numerous reasons for the shift, according to a marketplace report, including theft, the amount of space the machines take up,
That's true.
and McDonald's new emphasis on a relaxed dine-in experience, which includes servers bringing meals to the table.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
But they won't bring you a refill after 2030.
And they're considering charging for refills.
Okay. Well, everything's getting expensive, so I can understand the logic in that, keeping costs down. All right, so we now have our barbecue. We've got our Jerry Snow Cones. We've had Mickey D's. What's next?
Here, let me see how much time we have.
You're following the food theme here?
Actually, I was going to show some videos real quick, but I don't think we have time. I can save them for tomorrow.
Okay, let's save them for tomorrow. Listen, thank you all very much for joining us here on the Digital Desk Nightside. It is our time to just focus a little bit on the weather, take a look at some of the more fun news stories that you may not see on Action News 5. By the way, though, Lydian, your story yesterday impressed our producers so much that they put the sperm whale story and their ability to communicate phonetically.
Yeah.
That made our newscast today. That was in our 6 p.m. newscast. That was a big story. Joe Birch was even impressed by that. Yeah. So I mean,
that makes me happy.
You made an impression with Joe Birch on that. That's huge.
That's a big deal.
So look, I want you to join us tonight for Action News 5 at 10. We've got all the day's news. Of course, Bria Bolden's going to be live at the barbecue. I think she's at Smoke Slam tonight at 10. I could be wrong.
No, is she going to be at she's at the World Championship.
She's going to be at World Championship Barbecue, Memphis MMA World Championship at Tiger Lane. So she'll be there for that. We're going to bring you a little taste of that. And of course, Joy Redmond, Joe Birch, Doc Holliday, all along with the day's news and sports. And of course, I'll be around. We'll have some new data to show you too on this rainfall potential for Thursday night, Friday. So I hope you'll join us there. Lydian, thank you so much for making this happen. You're absolutely awesome. As I've said numerous times, you're the only one that knows how to work this. So this wouldn't happen without you. But you've banked a couple of awesome videos for us for tomorrow. So we look forward to seeing those and a reason to come back to the Action News 5 Digital Desk Nightside.
Yes.
Hey, you guys have a great night. Enjoy yourself. I'll go back through. I'll check in the comments and see what we got there in case anything needs to be answered. Have a wonderful time. Get the app. Get the Action.